Peace, wholeness, love, and light. I am New Diamonds here with a Jupiter and Cancer energy reading. You guys, I am so excited. Okay, this energy is going to have you fired up, charged up. Okay, I kept hearing, I feel good. Okay, that is the energy. It is this feel good energy. It's this divine enlightenment. It's this beautiful expansion of self love, self care. Okay, expansion of everything that is abundant, good luck, and fortune. Okay, if you ready for this energy to come your way, I need y'all to drop a 222 in the chat. Okay, drop some hearts in the chat. This is going to be some of the most abundant energy ever. Okay, I don't know if y'all ready, but you better get ready because there's some unexpected abundance coming your way. There's some unexpected love, some unexpected opportunities that are coming your way, and you just got to sit back, get ready, and embrace it all. Okay. So, wow, we have Jupiter going into Cancer on the 9th. That's that 6 and that's that 9. Okay. Going into the Cancer sign too. So, this is that balance of that self, that up and that down, that emotional intelligence, right? Because Jupiter is all about the mind, the higher mind, the wisdom, the philosophy, the religion, right? Travel, right? Where you headed, right? That archer, the bow, right? You got to focus on where you're headed. Then you stream that energy there. Then you shoot your shot. Okay. This could be a time where people shooting a shot. All right. Also that beautiful Cancer energy. This is the deep depths of your emotions, of yourself, that mother, that water, that ocean, that emotion, that moon, that intuition, right? So this is expansion on your intuition, expansion on that great nurturing energy that dwells from within, expansion on the ancestor energy. Okay, holla if you hear me. Shout out to the ancestors, shout out to Soul Tribe, shout out to the family. Home is where the heart is, and this could be a time of expansion in your home, expansion in your heart, expansion in your mind, right? If you've been working on getting those things in divine alignment, this is going to be a great time for that expansive, explosive energy, and also finding that balance between yourself, as Sagittarius is Jupiter's sign ruling planet is Sagittarius. Okay, so the ruling sign for Jupiter is Sagittarius. That is all about that fire. That is all about flexible fire, mutable, because it's a mutable sign. So it's all about being flexible with the fire and which ways you're going and where you're headed, right? That centaur, right? That half man, half horse. Okay, so but you just don't want to make sure you're rushing into things. This is where you kind of graze and sit back and think about how far you have come. Think about those lessons that you have learned on this journey and how they are propelling you forward. Okay. What disciplinary actions have you taken to get you to this point, and being grateful and being thankful for that at this time. Okay. Then we also have Cancer. That is the moon, right? That is that cardinal. So this is the start of that emotional balance, the start of that, like the emotions start it all, right? If it doesn't have that feeling, right? Shout out to Soul Tribe. If it don't resonate, right? If it ain't resonating with us, we don't want to hear it, right? I don't want to talk about no low vibrational things. Now we on a high vibe, right? And this is how we feeling emotionally, right? Some people even dress how they feel, right? I know I'm one of those people. If I'm feeling vibrant, baby, we getting dressed. If I don't feel like it, I'm putting on a big t-shirt, okay? And we just chilling, we just vibing out. So this is all about getting in tune with the flow, getting in tune with the stream of energy that is flowing your way at this time, as this is a very abundant time, and it's all about your mind, right? It's all about where you're headed, and thinking of how to grow and elevate in the future. Okay. So yes, let's deep dive into some of the notes. All right. Let's deep dive into some of the notes now. This I'm just gonna let y'all know right now. This is some of the most transformational energy I've had to sit in. This is some of the most transformational energy that we're going to go through. Okay, some of the most expansive energy that we're going to be embodying and embracing at this time. So just get ready for the ride of your life. Get ready for the best roller coaster ride of your life. And this is all from the past work that you have done. Okay, so if you've been pouring into yourself, if you've been working on that self-love, if you've been cutting out things that don't resonate with you, cutting out people who just, they just keep using and taking and just cut. We cut them out, right? And we pouring that energy back into ourselves. We're filling our own cup back up so our cup can run it over. This is where you see your harvest, okay? That these past cycles, they're done. This is a brand new cycle and it's all about you. It's about what you want. It's about cultivating that experience that you need in your life for that next evolution, for that next growth. And it starts here. It starts now, right? And this energy is going to stay with us. I want to say about 5 years. Okay. But Jupiter in Cancer, it does stem from a like a 2 year period. But this is going to be the one that sets us off, right? This is going to be the takeoff energy. So just get ready to embrace it. This energy is going to be felt for the next 3 years, and it's going to be strong. It's going to be very transformational. It's going to push you. It's going to test your intuition. It's like that divine grandma, that divine grandpa just here, you can do it, but you got to want it. Right? So let's deep dive into it. I said the rise of the divine, right? That intuition, that wisdom, that love, that family, the ancestors, right? And tapping into this divine expansion, right? Whether this be from within, like really getting in tune with your heart, really tapping into what your true values are, so that way you're able to express them, right? And also divine expansion. This could be a great time of uploads, right? Where you're receiving more visions, more clarity, more confirmation than ever. All right. Keep seeing these angel numbers everywhere. Keep seeing signs everywhere. Pay attention, as this is the way that spirit is communicating with you at this time. This is the way that divine, your ancestors, your angels, the angels of light are all working with us at this time. So this is where we need to be on high alert and pay attention to everything, right? A great time of travel. All right. This is going to be that period where we travel interdimensionally and outer dimensionally, in the physical and in the spiritual, right? So this is where you deep diving into yourself, uprooting things, doing that healing work, right? Shout out to Soul Tribe. Like I said, we're not here to just for the glitz and glamour. We're here to actually do the work so we can receive the spiritual rewards, right? I want to feel whole. I want to feel full. I want to feel that divine nourishment from within. I don't want outside validation. I don't care about outside validation. Yeah, it feels good, a little stroke of the ego. Okay, I see you, girl. I see you looking good, but it's like, no, I want to feel good, right? Do you feel good? That's what this is about, right? Feeling good. And when you feel good, you look good. I am good, right? I am who I think I am. And it's about, because I've done the work, right? I know I've gotten rid of all of this old self-sabotaging thoughts, these old self-sabotaging ways, and I've elevated to the next level. All right. So, and this is a beautiful time to just sit in that energy and be one with yourself. And then you never know. This is going to be a time. I mean, we're tapping into that summer energy as well. And people are traveling. All right. So if you get called to go on a vacation, all right, if you get called and you just want to go somewhere for the weekend, do it, right? There's going to be a time of travel. We're going to be seeing a lot of people traveling, a lot of things in the news about traveling. Okay. You might meet the love of your life while you're traveling. Okay. Traveling with your soul group, traveling with friends. Okay. You just never know. But this is that time where it's expansion on travel and expansion of the family, right? So be careful. All right. Be careful be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it. This is that energy. All right. So be mindful and make sure you're setting the right intentions as you are a master manifester and things are manifesting at a rapid rate. Okay. Also, deep waters. Okay. I kept getting like this vision of like the bottom of the ocean, things coming up from the bottom of the ocean. So this could be a time where we're seeing different animals, different creatures, new discoveries. I'm getting like Titanic, when Rose dropped that $1 million gem, right? Finding the gems from that lie deep within you. All right. So this could be metaphysical. This could be physical. It just depends, right? But I kept getting this sense of this deep water, that Cancerian energy, right? Going deep depths of the ocean, because the ocean could be ferocious or the water can be nourishment, right? It's all about how you play it and getting in that vibe and getting in that flow to stay attuned with what it is that the divine is trying to show you and put you through, to pull you through, to show you through, so you can have that breakthrough, right? The breakdown for the breakthrough. All right. Okay. And I said deep water things from the depths coming to the surface. Okay. That's a metaphor for physical, spiritual, emotional, sexual, mental, financial, every way, right? So this is where we really get in tune with ourselves and evaluate all of those levels. So that way we don't get caught off guard by certain things when it comes to ourselves, right? This is where you know yourself. All right. And this is also external things, right? Things being revealed. We see a lot of things come to the light during this time. Just be mindful and always be observant. Okay. I also got this cosmic egg energy. So as above, so below, right? As things are happening here on earth, things are happening deep down within the ocean, happening within the core, the center core of the earth. There's things that are transpiring as well as within the universe, right? The omniverse, right? We're not the only star, right? We go outside, we see all of these stars. Those are also suns, right? Someone else on another galaxy, on another planet is looking up like, hey, I see this bright star. And right, we're in our own universe, right? But there's an omniverse, there's a multiverse, there's a cosmic egg, this cosmic law that we're abiding by, and that is expanding, and it's this new rebirth of self, right? So it's this macro and this micro energy, this esoteric and this exoteric energy, right? It's being one with the group and also expanding that which is happening, right? Because, Cancer is that mother energy, right? And that mother can be very nourishing, but the mother can also be overbearing, depending on, certain circumstances, right? So this is where you expand and contract, right? The mother, the womb, the cosmic egg, right? The child, the birth, right? So this is all about getting back in tune with yourself, centering yourself, cultivating that energy, so that way you're able to use that energy to your best benefit, right? And there's something that is going to happen within the cosmos as well, with that cosmic egg energy, right? It's just about tapping back into your authentic self, and these things will reveal themselves in due time. Okay. The love of the earth. Okay. So really, being one with the earth, getting outside, hugging them trees, grounding yourself, walking barefoot, getting to those beaches, right? Listening to the waves, listening to the water, listening to the wind, soaking up some vitamin D out in the sun. Okay. This is just about being in tune with the earth, being in tune with yourself, so you can receive, the divine messages that spirit is trying to give you at this time. Okay. Expansion of emotions. This will be a highly emotional time, right? It is what it is. It's just the energy. Okay. Like I see how I came on here like, hey, it's going to be all of that. It's going to be very exciting time. It's going to be people acting very aggressively. It's going to be people, like I said, shooting a shot. It's going to be people overly emotional, just crying and releasing, and, tears of joy, tears of sadness. It's going to be a very emotional time. So be sure to master your emotions. Be sure to have that emotional intelligence, as this is going to be a time where it's necessary to have that. Okay. Expansion on knowledge, right? Expansion on your journey, and expansion of good luck and fortune, and family. Okay. So if you, like I said, if you've been being a light, right? If you've been shining your light and operating from your highest light, then people see your light and people love that, and you are expanding, right? Your aura is expanding, and your knowledge is expanding, your wisdom is expanding, your love is expanding. So this is just a great big domino effect from you pouring into yourself at this time. And light attracts light, right? Light attracts dark. So you're going to be attracting things more than ever at this time. Just be aware of that and be cautious and be mindful. Use that discernment. Like I said, we working on emotional intelligence and mastering ourselves. So just be aware of all of these things that are happening, okay? And with that attraction comes people, come family, come friends. So be mindful of the energy that you're sharing with people, as it's going to be a great baby boom time. People expanding their families, families growing, to extend that family tree, right? So getting really rooted and grounded in what it is that you want for the future, because this is going to be where we inherit certain gifts. We expand on those certain gifts, and we're going to be receiving a lot more than ever, right? Okay. So I said, gifts, money, and unexpected abundance. This could be overwhelming. Okay. I said that because everything is going to come in, is going to be a flow, right? We got Jupiter and we got Cancer. Jupiter is all about expansion, right? And Cancer is all about the water, right? So that is a tsunami wave of things coming in. That is a tsunami wave of the waters. That is just a wave of frequency of things coming in, and high frequency and expansion, electrical current coming in, right? Because Jupiter is attributed to that shock, that electricity as well, that energy, right? And water. And if you put electricity in the water, baby, you get shocked. Okay, so you better be careful with them intentions, and make sure you setting your intentions high and keeping them vibes high at all times, so that way you can continue to attract this money, this abundance, this love, when you are valuing yourself high. Okay, when you have a high standard of yourself, you set your values up, and these boundaries are protective as well. So you are most definitely protected. You are most definitely divinely protected, divinely guided. It's just about remembering that and staying in tune with that as all of these things come in. Okay. It's going to be a lot, right? It's going to be a lot of love. It's going to be a lot of good, and it's going to be a lot of bad. But it's just about focusing on your heart's desires. That way you continue to attract what it is that you truly want at this time. Okay. Remain centered, right? Remain centered in your heart, remain centered in divine love, remain centered in gratitude, right? So continue to give grace and gratitude to yourself, grace and gratitude for the Most High, right? And others at this time, as like I said, things are going to be happening fast, and you just want to be mindful of that, right? And show compassion as well, as this energy could already be happening for you right now. This energy actually started May 31st, as Jupiter was kind of already on that cusp, on that 29th degree. It was entering in, it's expansive, it's big, right? This energy is, coming in waves. So you could already see things trickling in now, but it's just about honing in on yourself so you don't get too overwhelmed with things. Okay. So making sure that you set the right intentions and reaching higher, reaching for what it is that you truly desire. That way you're able to receive everything in the highest form. Okay. I also set these primordial waters, this divine mother, right? So, that's, for me, that's great love. That's great expansion. That's everything, right? In the darkness, in that womb, right? So this could be anything, everything, everywhere, all at once. This is a universal energy. This isn't just planet Earth. All of the other planets are going to feel this as well. This could be a shock. I'm getting a sense of like shock waves, earthquakes, certain things happening to shake things up, tower moments, things falling, so you can have this great expansion to be who you truly are when it comes to your authentic self. All right. I also got a sense of like prophets and oracles, all of these people's gifts being expanded. Okay. High priests, high priestesses, magi, magician, alchemists, whatever, if you just tapped in, those gifts are going to be in heightened. So all of your clairs, all of your senses, you're not going crazy. Okay. You just being enhance and upgrade it at this time. So don't be afraid, but this is where that divine feminine energy really picks up. That intuitive energy, you know, a woman's intuition, mother's intuition, that Sibyl's energy, that oracle energy really is going to pick up within everyone, right? So pay attention to that gut feeling and really stay in tune with your first mind, as that is what's going to be guiding you at this time. It's going to be very intense and heightened at this time, okay? The seers, and you're going to be seeing more, seeing deeper, seeing further into your future. That's just something that I got. And it's going to be a beautiful thing as the universe is opening up to us and expanding to us. All right. So yeah, that was kind of like my intuitive messages that I got. We're going to tap into some more like things when I did a little bit more researching on his energy. And I kind of got like this lamb energy, this being a sacrificial lamb and being protected, being enlightened, and also your bloodline being enlightened, bloodlines being activated for inheritance. Okay, so that's gifts, that's abundance in all ways, that's joy, that's your birthright, right? Your DNA being activated. Okay, the royal rulers, the true royal rulers, stepping up to the plate and receiving their throne, receiving their crown, right? Receiving their kingdom, okay? The keys to the kingdom, and just really embracing that and embodying that. Like I said, getting to know who you are and knowing thyself, right? That is the keys to the kingdom, when you know who you are, okay? And make sure you stay hydrated. I'm gonna get some water. Okay, yes. So this lamb and sacrificial energy, you just kind of sacrificing yourself to be the leader, right? Somebody got to go first, somebody got to do it, right? And you chose yourself. That's why you're a chosen one, and you are going to be enlightened and crowned at this time. Okay. And make sure that you're keeping balanced with this energy, as is going to be a lot of everything coming in all at once. So be sure to center yourself and be sure to ground yourself in your heart. That way you can continue to expand. Okay. Also, I kept getting like this Wheel of Fortune energy, as that is attributed to Jupiter. So things turning in our favor, being divinely protected, divinely guided, divinely favored, highly favored at this time. And that's from us doing the work, and the sense of immortality, the sense of the elixir of life, the sense of the philosopher's stone, and all of that dwells within us. Okay. Also, this chariot energy, as a chariot is attributed to Cancer. So things taking off when it comes to your destiny and your fortune. But like I said, you have to stay balanced when it comes to your heart, your mind, your body, and your soul. That way you aren't going every way. You are centered, you are focused, and you have this straight shot to where it is that you're trying to head right now. Okay. Things taking off big time. This is going to be a big harvest for the collective and people who have done their work, right? Mentally, physically, emotionally. You're going to be seeing a lot of harvest, a lot of opportunities, a lot of big breaks, a lot of breakthroughs. Okay. I'm tripling down, quadrupling down, whatever I got to do. You're going to see some signs on this. You already been seeing signs on this. I'm just here giving you confirmation and have a little bit of fun, a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of edutainment while we're here. Okay. But this is most definitely that horse, things taking off, things going fast, but also bracing yourself for this impact of this energy. All right. Like I said, that archer, you want to stay focused and read the room, read the energy. Then once you get a clear shot at your target, boom, you hit it, and it's going to be a direct hit. Okay. Really feeling things. Oh, I said we're really going to start feeling things in Sagittarius season, as this is just the beginning, right? This is just the beginning. This is just the door opening, the crack in the door, right? The floodgates will really open up once we're in Sagittarius season, okay? And I say that because that is the ruling sign for Jupiter. And we are kind of going into that yeah, that is winter, right? And winter is attributed to that water aspect, which is that Cancer, right? That water energy. So we're going to see a lot of things really pick up during that Sag season. Like this flame ignited within us, this flame ignited around people, this sense of enlightenment within ourselves and with others. So be mindful and stay grounded, stay centered and rooted as Sagittarius rules the thighs, right? So you want to make sure, and that our thighs are like these are the biggest bones in our body, right? These hold us up, our thigh bone, and they keep us sturdy. And our hips, they're connected to our hips, which give us that sense of movement and that sense of balance. And then Cancer is attributed to the heart and the chest, which is, the center of our bodies, right? So this is really just focusing on that center and being balanced and being grounded. That way you can continue to head in the right direction that you need to be in this time, okay? Also, the pearl, the clam, as this is attributed to Cancer, right? That, because Cancer is the crab, right? And that is that summer energy. This is going into that water, like I said, the deep depths, and what lies in the deep depths, treasure, right? Clams and oysters and jewels and but how does that pearl form? The pearl is formed from dirt and oil and dust that the oyster or the clam has accumulated, and it turns it into that pearl, right? So the pressure from on the coal makes the diamond, right? But the more pressure that it's under, the brighter it shines with more clarity. Okay. So this is really just about being the alchemist and transforming things so that way you can continue to expand, right? Continue to grow, continue to evolve. And this has a lot to do with your aura and your energy as well, as our auras are going to be expanding. Like I said, that embryo, that circle, right? We are the seed. We are the star, right? We are the star seed, right? So it's just about getting back in tune with our true nature as we continue to expand during this time. It's going to be a great expansion, right? I'm really seeing like the core of the earth expanding, like the heartbeat of the earth, because earth is an acronym for heart, right? If you switch up the words, the heart of the earth, the core of the earth expanding and beating. And then that energy radiates within us. And then our auras expand. And then the earth aura expands out to this whole universal energy. And then it's just like this big wave of cosmic consciousness that is being ignited. Okay. So just ground yourself, breathe, and embrace. This is divine enlightenment. This is divine wisdom. This is divine nourishment. This is divine love that's coming in. And it's really nothing we could do about it, but just embrace it the best way that we can. And that's really to operate from love, because God is love. The Most High is love. And that is the highest vibration, the highest frequency. And it trumps all. So remember to stay centered in that love at this time, and what you love, and do what you love, and do what your heart's desires, that we can continue to attract that. Okay. I kind of deep dove on this. I was getting like the scarab, the four, the heart, right? This is the rebirth, right? As the Cancer is the 6 and a 9, right? June is the 6th month. Sagittarius is the 9th month, right? And Jupiter is going into Cancer in the 6th month. And Jupiter is attributed to Sagittarius, which is the 9th sign. And then Cancer is that 6 and a 9. So this is a coming together of past lifetimes, past cycles, past everything, just coming together all at once. The last piece to the puzzle for we can have this unity, this unison, and is a bigger picture that is being solved and being put together that is going to come to fruition in fall. Okay, during that Sag season. Right now, the puzzle piece is just being put together. Then we take a step back, and then we see the full picture. We see the full view. Right now, we're just enjoying the journey, right? But the picture will be made very clear very soon, and it's something very big. Okay. So yeah, that was just something that I noticed. Everything is in divine alignment. It's like this big yin and yang energy, as above, so below, as within, so without energy, because that 6 and that 9, right? That is that Cancer sign, but we're in the 6th month, June, and then Jupiter is attributed to 9, right? It's just, it's going to be a lot, and there's going to be a lot of things coming to you, especially if you've been doing the work. Okay. That's the best way I can try to describe it, because it's like It pulls you in and pulls you out. That's a whole, I just hope y'all ready. All right. Energy starts to take off in the summer as well, because when we go into that Cancer season, the sun will be in Cancer. So that, and then Jupiter is going to conjunct the sun, which is going to be this source code, enlightenment, DNA activation, this burst of electricity, this burst of energy that sparks within all of us at that time. And it's going to be a lot of abundance. This is just the start of it. Okay. So it's going to continue through the fall, through the winter, through spring. Like I said, this whole year, this is where we start to see that harvest, that abundance of all of the work that we have been doing. Okay. This is a victory portal, right? This is that victory lap, right? As we are opening up our eyes to the bigger picture. And it's going to be a portal that opens, and is going to be open for the next 3 years of abundance. If you mastered your mind, if you mastered yourself, if you've been doing the internal work, you'll start to see more opportunities than ever before. And you'll be able to act on those opportunities, not as an opportunist, but just these are things that you are due. These are things that are due to you, that karma, that karmic retribution, right? That debt that's owed to you from you planting that seed, nourishing it, watering it, and watching it grow and taking care of it, right? This is the fruit that is owed to you. And if you've been planting good seeds, you're going to receive a good harvest. All right. All right. I said completion, the final piece of the puzzle, as the Jupiter sign looks like a 4, because it's not only the 6 and the 9 thing that I found was pretty interesting, right? Because this is the Cancer symbol, right? But this is the 6th month, and then Jupiter is attributed to the 9th sign, right? Not only that, Jupiter symbol looks like a 4, right? I'm gonna see if I could show y'all, because a lot of people, I don't know if y'all really be into astrology, but if you look at the Jupiter symbol, it kind of looks like a 4, right? So the Jupiter symbol looks like a 4, but Cancer is the 4th sign. I said, ooh, that's synced, right? Then not only that, the Cancer sign looks like the 6 and the 9. And Sag is the 9th sign. So it's this huge culmination of everything coming together, all the life cycles, everything just like a huge epiphany, a huge reincarnation, a huge rebirth, a huge ignitement, a huge initiation. Like something huge and great and grand is going to happen during this time. Like, I don't know what it is, but I can feel it. Okay. It's this Jupiter energy and it is here. Okay. They complete each other. The puzzle coming together. It is a match. Okay. This twin flame energy as well. All right. This mirror frequency. All right. And you could probably be like linking up with people with the same frequency, resonating, meeting up with soul tribe. Shout out to soul tribe. Meeting up with partners, people doing business ventures, meeting up with the soul, your soulmates and love partners. Just it's an expansive energy on love in every way here. Okay. So just be open to that. It's going to be a spark of the currency, right? A spark in currency, right? Because that spark is that flame, that Sagittarius, but the currency is the water, right? But also current and see the water, right? So it's going to be something that comes in that you can see that's going to change your frequency, change the frequency of things. And we just kind of got to ride the wave. Okay. The seed and the stars, right? So this is like getting grounded. Because when I think of, like I said, the water, and when I think of the mother, when I think of Cancer, I think of the seed. I think of the child, right? Because the mother births the child, right? The star in the sky is, it's a cosmic womb, right? The womb, the egg, the star, right? It's all like the same thing if you really look at it from that perspective, because the sun is just in the middle of our universe, right? So that's that dot, that's that point. But it's a bigger cosmic scale, right? It's the universe, right? We're in Sagittarius A universe on the Milky Way galaxy, but there's also the Andromeda galaxy. There's also Sirius star system. There's all these other different galaxies. It's a bigger picture. And even those, so it's expansive and it's never ending, but we are all under source code, right? We're all under the divine great mother, father spirit, and we are that child of that, and we are the star seeds of that. Okay. Also, shooting stars was a big thing. So wishing on the star, dreams coming true, once in a lifetime opportunities happening. We're probably going to see a lot of shooting stars, see a lot of space activity, a lot of sky activity at this time, and a lot of water activity at this time. Okay. So watch out for that. All right. Your mind, your body, and your soul getting in alignment to open up new doors and new opportunities, and breaking through to be in divine alignment with source, divine alignment with your higher self, ancestors, angels, angles of light, all working with you at this time as we continue to open up to this upgraded sense of self. All right. And learning from lessons in the past, right? So this is where we break through. Most definitely we break through that old cycle from old lessons in the past so we can step up to this new platform and this new level. All right. And be center stage. We go from selfish to selfless. All right. Kind of like the mother, right? When a mother has to sacrifice herself in so many ways when she is pregnant. So it's this act of selflessness, right? That was one thing I could speak from experience, right? When I first got pregnant, I said, oh, it's not about me no more. And then my perspective changed. I said, yeah, it's not about me no more. I got a battery in my back to get things done. And I had to sacrifice my body, just one thing, getting big, the expansion, the growth, the climax, right? Because when you're in the act of having kids, it ain't that bad, right? You're climaxing, you're having fun, but it's a polarity to that climax, and it's the contractions, it's the opening up, it's the pain, right? So you go from that pleasure to pain, then back from that pain of the contractions opening up, from the child being born in this pleasure again. And that is the life cycle. That is life, right? This ups, this downs, this light, this dark, this pain, this pleasure, this love, this hate, this good, this bad. But we always have to find ourselves and center ourselves in our hearts to find that balance at this time. Okay. As we are divine reflections of the Most High. Okay. We are divine reflections. Okay. Also, I desire and I have a vision. So whatever you're thinking, you can bring that into this realm of reality with action and with discipline. So this would be a great time for master manifesting and setting goals and setting intentions, as this is an abundance portal that is open. So you're able to will in whatever you want extremely fast, right? Some people are even saying things 5 seconds later. It's on the TV, it's on the radio, they're seeing it. So this is why you set your intentions high, so that way you can be manifesting at a higher rate on a higher level. Okay. Follow your instincts. That was another thing that's going to be heightened, was instincts. Instincts, intuition, gifts. Okay. So if your first mind is telling you to do something, don't even question it. Just do it. Don't think, oh, what? No, get that out of here. Your first mind said, do it, and watch the abundance that happens. Watch the gifts, watch the opportunities, watch how your ass be saved, watch how you are protected, watch how you are guided. Just watch. That's all I got to say for that. Okay. Because it's going to take you to great places when you follow your intuition. Okay. I kept getting like this bottom of the ocean energy, the heart, the womb, because the womb is a portal, right? It's a gateway for souls and spirits to enter in on earth. So it's kind of like this huge reincarnation, this rebirth, this death for this rebirth. As we are all souls and spirits here in a physical vessel, and we all got here through a woman, through a portal, right? Whether it was cesarean, whether it was vaginal, okay? We all came here through a woman. Yes, the father had to be the spark of life, but when every child that is on this planet that is human and to, native to this earth, we ain't gonna get into the clones, we ain't gonna get into that. If you are native in DNA, right, you resonate with this energy here on this planet earth, you have a belly button. Like, if you got a belly button, you came from a womb, all right? No matter how you came here through, and that's a portal, okay? So it's portals within portals that are being opened for a rebirth, for this new you to be born, okay? And a lot of you may have felt like you've been going through a rebirth within a rebirth, breaking through a cycle throughout a cycle. Just continue to embrace that at this time, okay? Oh, then I heard reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on. I need all my babies, right? So that, because I kept hearing reincarnation. Then when I heard that, I heard that Kendrick Lamar song, reincarnated, right? I was stargazing, right? I don't know if a lot of people really caught what he was saying, but he's talking about us being reincarnated. We're stars reincarnated, right? And life goes on, right? Life after death, right? And I need all my babies. That's like the divine mother, right? The divine mother who having babies, or the divine father who's having the babies. What was he channeling when he said that, right? What was he talking about? And he a Gemini. Those are master channelers. Those are divine channelers. So I'm just like, wait a minute. When I really broke down that bar, I'm like, that's going to go over a lot of people's head, because we are reincarnated stars from the divine mother, from the divine womb, right? And we're being resurrected at this time. We're rising back into our power at this time. Okay. All right. And I'm going to leave that there. Because we are divinely guided, right? I kept getting like this robe energy, this cloak. I was reading through some of my books on this energy for reference, and I just kept getting like this cloak, this seal from the divine, right? Because when a child does come out of the womb, it has that waxy substance on it, that white waxy. It's called the vernal's caesura, right? Which is that white waxy substance that protects the child from the amniotic fluid in the sac, right? That's why they come out all white, right? And then when I was like, okay, vernal, the vernal equinox, right? And I was like, wow, that's very interesting, because it's this plane, it's this physical plane, it's this physical energy, right? That's how we're brought into this physical realm. We come out with this clothing and protection from the divine mother, right? And then also that physical half, right? From Aries to Libra, that's the physical half. That's the vernal equinox. When we tap into that Libra energy, right? We're entering in that fall energy, right? And it's like the completion of the first half, right? The completion of that cycle, completion of that puzzle to open up to something more, this immortal power, your birthright. Okay. So there's going to be a lot that pops off with this energy, and it's going to really pick up during that fall equinox, during that vernal equinox, right? We just got to be ready. And that's when the wheel turns, right? Because that's the other half of the wheel turning, right? When we dip into the southern atmosphere of, when the earth tilts on its axis away from the sun, that's what's really happening. Okay. And that's how we get the winter, the spring, the summer, and the fall, right? Right now in the summer, we are directly aligned with the sun. So that way we get more heat. But when we start to tilt away from the sun, that's when we're going into fall. We're falling away from the sun and going into winter, going into the darkness, but really going into ourselves, right? All right, y'all. Don't have me get into no metaphysical rant. Okay, some exoterical stuff up in here. Okay, but yeah, this is all about the wheel turning, and it's destined, right? The divine plan will manifest in time. So this is all about waiting and having patience and knowing that everything will happen in divine timing. Everything is being aligned for us, and this is where we practice our discipline and practice our patience at this time. Okay. The light from within, being that light from within. And if you're really the light from within, then you're encased in darkness, like that seed, right? Like that, like your heart, right? All of our organs are encased in darkness. Our brain is encased in darkness underneath the skin, behind this area of protection. Our bones protect our organs, right? So it's this layer of protection to protect the light, the dark light, right? So being that night light, being that what is it, black light, right? Being that infrared light, right? They can't see you, but it's something about you. You got that glow, okay? So continue to shine your light as well. Also, a huge time for gamma ray activations from the sun, right? So a lot of like I said, solar flares, a lot of CME, a lot of Schumann resonance spikes, which affects the earth. Like I said, tsunamis, earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, just affects the weather a lot, because not only are we upgrading, not only are we receiving this energy, the earth is too. So we have to be mindful of that. And I heard if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. All right. So, and then also that beam of light, right? Because what I'm tapping into is Cancer energy, the light from within, right? The Cancer, the mother, the womb, the family, the seed, the root, the ancestors, the tree, right? The tree is rooted in darkness. The seed is planted in darkness. The child is planted within the womb in darkness. That is the light in the dark, right? Then also the beam of light, which is that Sagittarius energy, right? Like I said, that archer. You focus, right? From the discipline, from the patience, from everything, right? And when you get your target, when you aim your target, you shoot your shot, you don't miss. You won't miss. All right. So the beam of light that is focused, right? And the lighthouse, being the lighthouse that dwells from within as well, right? Because a lighthouse is something that's in darkness, but it's lighting the way, right? So like I said, you got that glow, you got that aura, shine your light, don't dim your light for nobody. You are a lighthouse, right? And you're helping others find their own light, right? And also seeing the goal and reaching the goal, okay? All right, y'all. This is all about willpower and using your power for good. Okay. Using your energy for good, because it's all energy and it's all about how you cultivate it at this time. So make sure that you are cultivating it and using it for the highest light. Okay. So yeah, those, you guys, we just going over the intuitive notes. Okay. Those are just intuitive channel notes and things that I looked at for reference for this energy. Now we're going to deep dive into the chart and see what are some things that popped up on the chart. Thank y'all so much. If you're still here with me, shout out to Soul Tribe. But yes, so I'm going to show you guys a chart. Here's what the chart looks like. Okay. A screenshot if you like and follow along. But y'all know, if you hear I sense you have a sense of trust. I'm not manipulating anything. I'm not telling, ain't no lies told on this channel. Okay, so shout out to y'all for trusting me with your energy. I appreciate y'all so much. But yes, let's jump into the chart. And I said, when Jupiter goes into Cancer, it is conjunct Mercury. Okay, so soon as it enters into Cancer, Mercury's right there like, hey, I hope you got your mind right, because we about to expand you. Okay, this is some great expansion. This is the lower mind and the higher mind. This is the conscious mind and the subconscious mind and your higher mind. Okay, this is not overthinking, right? When it comes to what you're thinking about, this is about staying focused on the mission to execute it. Okay, we've been on this journey. You might have got sidetracked. You might have got on a detour. You might have went the wrong way and had to come back. Come back. Come back. I'm getting Titanic again. Come back, Jack. Come back. Come back. This is that energy. Come back, right? You're coming back to the path and you're about to take off, right? This is you coming back to yourself and you're about to take off, all right? So I said Jupiter is conjunct Mercury in Cancer. This is expansion of the mind, expansion of the roots, expansion of yourself, expansion of how you think, expansion of your emotions, how you communicate with others, how you communicate with your family, expansion in travel, right? Expansion with the divine, expansion with your expansion on everything. Okay, the water is expanding within, the water is expanding without, right? So be who y'all thought Jupiter and Gemini was something. That's why everybody been overthinking and acting crazy. When Jupiter goes into Cancer, baby, you better have mastered your mind, because when these emotional waves come in, if you ain't learned to discipline, if you we thought people was going crazy last year. Watch how many people lose their mind this year and the year after that, because it ain't no coming back after this. This is the takeoff, right? So either you got it together or you don't. That's why we getting it together right now, okay? That's why I'm warning y'all right now. Get ready for this Jupiter energy, because it's going to take off, right? You're going to take off. People are going to take off, and some people ain't going to take off in the right direction because they ain't at the work, okay? All right. So I said this is initiation and a gateway for the physical and the spiritual. And it is also sextile to Venus and Taurus. So this is excitement with love, right? Sextile means it's a 60-degree angle, right? It's right next door. Right next door, and this excitement is happy, is sextile. This is, getting things done. This is initiation, okay? So this is all about love in all ways, right? Money, abundance, and values. A great expansion on that. So you may even feeling like, I love myself more than ever. I'm getting more opportunities than ever. I want to work more than ever. So this is just really having that excitement about getting things done when it comes to growth. Okay. An expansion on everything. Okay. And that was this is a major key alert tribe. I hope y'all taking notes. If you're not taking notes, this would be a good time to get a pen and a piece of paper or write it down on your phone. Okay. Wherever you have Jupiter, that will be expanded. That house will be expanded. Wherever you have Jupiter, wherever you have Cancer, those houses will be expanded tremendously. Okay. Really, like your Cancer house. Now, and the houses around it as well, because it's sextile. So I'm going to break it down. Okay. So the houses around will be illuminated. So Taurus, wherever you have Taurus or your second house, Gemini, wherever you have Gemini in your third house, Cancer, emphasis on your Cancer in your fourth house. Okay. In Leo, wherever you have Leo, where you have your fifth house. Okay. Because Venus is in Taurus and Uranus is in Taurus. So it's going to be something about you staying true to your authentic self to get work done. All right. And wherever. And if y'all need a little bit of extra help with this, you can always book a reading. I do astrology breakdowns. I do natal chart, birth chart. I do sessions. I do consultation. I do mentorship. I do healing. I do it all. So if you feel called to really want to deep dive on this energy and how to manifest more abundance for yourself, or if you have any questions, you guys can always book a session. All of the information is down in the description box below. Nudiamonds.net, Nudiamonds. Okay. I got y'all, but this is the key right here. This is all you need. This right here is going to unlock major abundance for you guys. And if you pay attention, if you read it right, yeah, you could hit the jackpot. All right. And I don't say that often. This energy not to be played with. So if you map it right, this is like having the treasure map. Okay. Your birth chart is the treasure map to your destiny. So if you know how to read it right, baby, you can hop up on that pot of gold real quick, that treasure chest. Okay. All right now. But I said Venus is in Taurus and Uranus is in Taurus. I hate saying Uranus because ain't nothing in my anus. Okay. Uranus or Uranus. Okay. So we got Venus and Uranus in Taurus. Okay. Then we got the sun in Gemini. illuminating your mind. Your mind is illuminated. We're thinking, we're communicating. Okay. Then we got Jupiter and Mercury in Cancer. So you're communicating about expanding, travel, growth, family, friends, good luck, right? Then we got Mars in Leo. So this is you really feeling just that spark, that initiative, just I want to go do it. I want to follow my heart. I want to follow my dreams. You really feeling this energy and being amped up to do it because of these alignments, and it's in a 4-house window, right? So from that wherever you have Taurus, Jupiter, Cancer, and Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. These will all be highlighted. And Jupiter. Okay. So look at y'all charts, get down, do some work. This homework I'm giving y'all. All right. This is the only homework that I'm going to give y'all for this is do this, because it'll all make sense later. Okay. All right. I digress. All right. Work, money, think, communicate, and expressing your emotions and your heart's desires. This will be a very intense time and a very electric time. Okay. We also have Saturn, Neptune, and Chiron in Aries. So if you've been focused on discipline and patience, you will see a huge reward with spiritual discipline. There comes spiritual reward and physical reward, because everything happens in the spiritual realm first, right? You don't just, nope, because you're already thinking. You're already thinking about it. So it's like if you want to will something in, it happens in the spiritual realm first. It happens in a thought first, right? It happens somewhere you can't see it first, right? Then it happens. Okay. So be mindful of your intentions at this time. All right. You will see rewards in your career. You will see rewards with public recognition. You will receive everything that you are working towards and working for at this time. Okay. Great opportunities will come in. And some of you may already be seeing this happen. Okay. Because like I said, this energy started on May 31st. You started to see there's something that happened June 1st, June 2nd, June 3rd, June 4th, June 5th. It's like step until this energy hits, and it's just going up. Okay. So you're already seeing it. If you've been on the right track, if you're in divine alignment, things are falling into place, but there's going to be even more abundance coming at this time. Okay. Then I said the North Node is in Pisces, so you're focused on your soul growth. The South Node is in Virgo, so you're focused on healing your soul. Okay. You're thinking and mastering your mind and balancing your mind. Okay. For the future. Right. And I say that because Pluto is in Aquarius and the moon is in Sagittarius, and Lilith is in Scorpio. So this is all about mastering every side of yourself and knowing every side of yourself to tap into your power. Okay. And tap into your hidden power. Okay. Something big is forming. Something big is happening. Something big is coming. There is a puzzle piece that is being configured, a Rubik's Cube that is being unlocked and solved right now. Okay. Because that's what the chart looked like to me. It looked like somebody putting together a big ass puzzle piece of Rubik's Cube. Okay. With this hexagon here, it looks like an almost formed hexagon. So that means something is almost complete, baby. We almost there, and you're almost there. Okay. So just have faith, stay strong, keep pushing. We almost there. All right. It also looks like a sailboat. So, right, something coming in, you could see it coming in from a distance. Be patient and wait for it to arrive. Okay. This could also be something taken off, right? Something leaving the dock, right? So just having patience as that message is being sent, right? You push the send button, you got to wait for it to send, right? You order something, you got to wait for it to come. All right. And then also this victory lap, because the chart also looks like two flags to me. And that was another song that I kept hearing this rising was Double Up, right? I kept hearing Double Up. I heard So Good, right? James Brown, I Upgrade You, by Beyonce. I've been hearing a lot of high vibrational songs. So this is where we celebrate. This is that victory lap. This is where we are receiving the work from our abundance. There's judgment, there's justice, and there's victory. And this is where we receive that victory. And it's time to celebrate. Okay, you guys? All right. Now I broke down the chart and things that came up intuitively when I broke down the astro chart and what the chart looked like to me. Now we're going to tap into my meditation and see what are some channel messages that had came up. Now this meditation had me shocked and stuck about 20 minutes. I'm still feeling the effects of this meditation right now. So this is gonna be one of them energies, y'all. This gonna be something. Don't say I didn't warn you. I gave y'all the warning on this channel. Okay, the new diamonds. You can't say no. She prepared me for this energy. It's one of those. All right. So let's deep dive into my meditation and see what popped up. Soon as I started to tap into the meditation, my daughter walked to me. So this is something coming in, divine feminine energy coming in. Okay. A youthful, upgraded you is coming in. Okay. I seen the star in I said pentagon, but I meant to say hexagon, right? So I feel like we are the star and we are turning into even brighter star, even bigger star, right? We're evolving, we're growing, we're upgrading, we're ascending. We are becoming our more elevated selves at this time, okay? Also, it made me think of a pentacle, like in the cards in the deck, because that's what it looked like. It looked like pentacles, and pentacles are all about money, right? All about love, all about physical things. So this is physical abundance that is going to come in for us, from us tapping into spiritual work, right? You do the spiritual work, you get the physical reward. I'm a firm believer in that. And you got to do the physical work too. It's not just a one-way street. You got to do all the work if you want to see all the rewards, right? One stream of income is better than no stream of income. And when you working on multiple things, multiple streams are even better. Okay. And that's what this energy is giving. So whatever seeds you planted, the more seeds you threw out there, the more seeds more harvest, more fruit is going to come to you. Okay. And then it gave me a sense of the Merkaba, right? That star of David, the seal of Solomon, the soul of man, your soul that dwells from within, right? The temple, right? Within your mind, the pineal gland is in the temple, right? So you are whatever you create, right? And this is about mastering yourself, and things are going to be turning, right? Because that Merkaba is that chariot. That's the star. That's things taking off. That is the light, right? So you are the light that you attract. And this is a time where we master ourselves and continue to elevate and go up to that next level. All right. Then I started to see the star turn. And immediately I thought of Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune energy kept popping up. So this is going to be a great, fortunate time. This is going to be abundance, abundance, abundance. Okay. A lot of opportunities, a lot of love, a lot of destiny, divine things happening, divine interference happening at this time. I'm just preparing y'all. Get ready to witness magic. Get ready to witness mystical things, unexpected things, unexplainable things happen. Just get ready. Okay. Then I still don't really know what this was, but it looked like something breaking out of the Merkaba. Okay, it looked like Aries in a trine, like a fire trine and a triangle, but it was like the spinning wheel stopped and something broke through. So for me, that's like you having a breakthrough with your mind, or you breaking through in the physical realm. You just having some sort of breakthrough at this time. Whoa, that was trippy. Yeah, like you coming out of your body, maybe outer body experience, something opening up. Okay, this could be you opening up, something opening up to you. Something happens where there's a opening. Okay, then I seen a book open. and the book just laid there. And it was almost like I could see somebody like going down a list or reading, right? And then it like stopped. Then I seen a high priestess energy, but it gave me like divine high priest energy, right? I couldn't tell, and spirit was like, don't worry about what the energy is, just receive it. And I was like, okay. So then I kind of stopped overthinking, and then I seen this high priest start to knight us, right? So we're being knighted and being crowned at this time. And that is also a sense of protection. We are divinely protected. We are sealed. We are cloaked. We are divinely guided, right? And this is where we receive a lot of gifts, a lot of inheritance, a lot of things that are destined for us, right? It's like you inherit things when someone's getting knighted, when the prince becomes the king, when the princess becomes the queen, right? That's the energy that it gave me. Okay. Then as I was seeing spirit night, I heard you will have great rewards and expansion. And I said, wow, it gave me the chills. And then I seen this angle, and this angle represents a certain placement on the chart, right? And it's whenever I see angles like this, it always reminds me of the pie on the wheel, right? So I'm trying to describe it to y'all the best way that I can. Okay, so like the first half, right? The first half of the astrology wheel is Aries, Taurus, Gemini. That's the first half. The second half is Cancer, Leo, Virgo, right? The third half is Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, right? So that what was highlighted, it was the Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius energy that was highlighted. And so when I heard spirit say, you will have great rewards, spirit showed me that timeline, right? So that Libra, Scorpio, that vernix equinox. So when things go into fall, there's going to harvest season, probably that harvest full moon, probably when that Virgo Libra season starts, there's going to be a lot of abundance that pours in, because the voice was loud, and that's how I knew it was the divine's voice. That was source, right? All right. I'm telling y'all that this was one of them ones. All right. So you have great expansion and rewards. And then also the L. How could I forget the L? The Elohim, the love, the light, right? All right. And it said Libra to Capricorn season, Sagittarius season will be big. Then in the middle of the meditation, y'all, I felt an energy that is unexplainable, undescribable. And the best way that I can describe it was ascension and Kundalini rising. Okay. I felt my whole body jolt up and down, and this just wave of energy, this wave of blissful cosmic love energy. Okay. And it came in from my crown and went all the way to my feet and came back up. And it just basically my Kundalini rose in the middle of the meditation, y'all. And I was like, whoa, I was just stuck, right? And after, like, cause I couldn't do nothing. I was just I was just in it, and I just had to wait for it to calm down. And once I like calmed down and center my energy, spirit said great love, expect great love, expect joy, expect abundance, and get ready. Then I heard you. So this is for y'all. This is for us. If we've been putting in the work, we're about to receive great love, great abundance, great opportunities. like I said, Wheel of Fortune energy, this is divine intervention. They cannot stop what the divine has planned for us. No matter how much they block out the sun, no matter how much they pollute the waters, no matter how much they try to make us disagree, make us fight, the divine and the source, the creator, is in control of all of it. And if it's going to enlighten us and upgrade us, it will happen like that. And there's nothing that they can do about it. That's what's about to go down. Okay. Then after I came back into my physical body, I felt spirit kiss me on the forehead, and it just went away. So that gave me a sense of the great divine mother. Grandmothers, grandfathers do that. This is divine love, divine interference, divine. It can't be nothing else but the divine, right? Very gentle, very loving, very caring in all ways. This is the great ancestors, who is the greatest ancestor of them all, right? Your mother's mother, your daddy's daddy. Who was first? Source. So this is source, divine power, divine acknowledgement, divine intervention, divine initiation. Here, interference is going to happen. All right. We're going to get a lot of upgrades in every way, in all ways. Okay. Big love from the divine is going to be unexpected. You're probably not going to believe it, but believe it. Okay. So those were my notes. That was my meditation. We're going to jump into a card reading. And we're going to see what type of confirmation and what kind of other messages spirit may have for us at this time. Okay. Thank y'all so much for being here with me. If you can see the passion, if you can feel the passion, okay, this is going to be one of those times, one of those years, one of those seasons. Just get ready. That's all I got to say. Okay. All praises due to the Most High. Thank you so much, Spirit, ancestors, master teachers, okay, angels of light that work with us and our highest good. Thank you, and I give gratitude. Okay, my ears is ringing. We're going to jump into the card pool and see what is the theme message for this Jupiter into Cancer. I'm hearing big love. Big love. Sheesh. I hope y'all ready. I hope you guys are ready because it's coming in. All right. Big love. I'm feeling bliss. Okay. Crown activations, heart activations, root chakra, all of your chakras being ignited, being cleansed, being purged, being upgraded, you being upgraded, you being cloaked, you being sealed, you being protected, letting go of fears, letting go of doubts. It's happened to this universal love, unconditional love. Yeah, when I close my eyes, I can see the divine. Yeah. Being in divine alignment, being one with yourself, being one with the divine, with that goddess that dwells within, with that godhood that dwells within. Okay. That emperor, that empress energy. Yeah, this is big. This is some big energy. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, the tree. Yes, the tree of life. You tapping into your gold hood, your gold mind, your gold body. All right, land, tree, and sun. This is also giving that fall energy, right? With 77, right? Divine. This is divine intervention. The tree, the roots, the nature, getting grounded, tapping into your inner self, going within, right? That godhood that dwells from within and expanding out. Yeah, this is like giving ancestor, the tree of life. This is giving your roots, being grounded in who you are and being connected to your authenticity and not letting anything shake you. Okay, we uprooted things to grow and tap into who we are truly meant to be. This is giving me like DNA, your fingerprint. You are the blueprint. Okay. Because what's trippy is this is a tree, but inside of the tree is the foundation, right? So the foundation, the core, right? The core of yourself. I've been talking about going within and centering yourself this whole time. That golden abundance, that heart chakra is the key, and tapping into your power, right? Power of the mind. I love that. I want to read this card. Ooh, with the volcano. Yeah, something about the blow in this shoe. Things are about to blow. Things are about to expand. And this is great growth, great expansion. We're just getting ready and prepared for it. Okay. Land, tree, and sun, 70. Let's see what it says. Okay. It says, your body and your spirit are asking you for replenishment. A nap isn't going to cut it. The trees are calling you to them, inviting you to lean your weary back against their sturdy trunks and allow their wisdom and their healing energy into your being. The busyness of the world has distorted your perspective. You're being called to the trees so that you and your peers can lean on its branches and the fluttering of their leaves to gaze upon the golden sunlight shining through. Allow yourself to rest amongst the trees, allowing the sunlight to warm your face and to remind you of your own destiny. The simplicity of this meeting will revive your spirit and inspire your own branches and to reach the sun once again. Okay. I love that. So yeah, this is about the energy that is coming in and being grounded and rooted and centering yourself to charge yourself up. Like I said, the energy is very high, right? And you don't want to overwork yourself. You don't want to overthink. You don't want to drain yourself. You want to be grounded and centered and rooted like the trees. Okay. I love that. So yeah, stay grounded and get outside and be grounded, and you're going to be revived. It said you were going to be revived and restored like that reincarnation energy. Okay. Everything we need is already here. I love that message. Okay. So let's see what the tarot has to say for this energy. Whoa. We got the moon card jumping out. We got the Knight of Pentacles jumping out. And a Two of Cups. Wow. With the Nine of Cups at the bottom. Sheesh. What I say, it's a lot of energy here. So yeah, the moon. Duh, Cancer, the moon and Cancer energy. I love that. So yeah, evolution, growth, coming up out the waters. Okay. To go down this path, like I said, it's a portal. There's most definitely a huge portal that is open for us, and it's all about us planting the seed, nourishment, not being stubborn, but being aware and being patient and paying attention to what may be coming in at this time. What did I say? Kundalini. Okay. The Kundalini is rising. All right. So I hope y'all ready for this. I don't know if everybody ready for it, but y'all gonna have to get ready. This is where dreams and wishes come true. This is where your intuition is ignited. This is where all of those seeds that you have planted start to bloom. Okay. What's another card? And not overwhelming yourself, overworking yourself, giving yourself grace as you're on this path to abundance. There is an old cycle that is ending and a new cycle that is beginning. And it starts with us taking the tools and the experiences that we have learned onto this next journey. Okay. Yes. Like I said, not overthinking, not overworking, tapping into your higher mind. Okay. Tap into a higher way of thinking and a higher way of doing and mastering your emotions at this time. That's how you're going to get what your heart desires. Okay. That's how you're going to get those wishes granted at this time. Is by sitting and analyzing yourself, and then watch these things and this abundance comes to you. Yeah. Being patient. Yep. We got the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. So yeah, it's all going to come to you. It's all coming to you. You just got to be patient. Wow. With the Chariot and the Empress. A lot of love in relationships. A lot of opportunities, a lot of divine unions here. A lot of everything. So you just got to be ready. And like I said, it's going to be a lot. So ground yourself. Ground yourself. Okay. This is where we go to the next level and things take off. All right, let's tap into our angel messages and angel numbers and see what is a message for this energy. It's gonna be a lot, y'all. Like, you're gonna have to ground yourself. That's why this tree card came out. It's gonna be a lot. You're gonna have to ground yourself, and you're gonna have to ground yourself in yourself, because things are about to blow. Things are about to take off. Ooh, 232. I seen 232 and swift action and intuition. I'm gonna take these ones. 232, endless cycles, charisma, communication, society, movement, journey, repetitive circumstances and patterns. There's some truth that you're resisting to accept over and over again until you're tired and restrained beyond depression. It takes a decision to live life for yourself. Life is about passion. When you make a change, then the world around you follows. So, yep, this is about you tapping into your internal power. All right, breaking through those old cycles, because this is the start of a new cycle. Okay, swift action, wealth, empathy, promises, commitment, affection, inner strength, auspicious outcomes. You will enter a time of expansion. So begin taking the steps toward achieving your ultimate objective immediately. Finances will miraculously improve. Oh, and somebody has their mind set on you. This is the energy, right? If you've gone through this, if you broke through this energy, this is where you're headed. Okay. I got to give perspective. I got to give the polarity, because it is what it is. Good. I got good times, light up, and intuition. I can't read all of these. We already an hour and 20 minutes in. Okay. 111, 114, and 242. But it says, focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. You are worthy of affection, leisure, and pleasure. And cherish your ideas. Okay. Taking chances, success, knowledge, friendship, and patient freedom and optimism. When change present themselves, seize them and do something out of the ordinary. Whether in your profession or personal life, you will find success by welcoming creative impulses and having faith in your own abilities. Trust in chance and take risks on opportunities that could change your life for the better. All right, you guys, this gonna be the time of your life. All right, it's gonna be some unexpected abundance, a lot of good things, a lot of good opportunity. Things are gonna come in fast, and we are going to head in the right direction that we're supposed to. All right, you guys. So that is my Jupiter going into Cancer energy reading. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, y'all. I see y'all later.